is such an insane move because Warhammer is very much number one. It's a very expensive hobby. First and foremost, it's a very expensive hobby. So if you want to get in on this hobby, if you want to get yourself a decent sized army to take the battlefield, you're not spending 30-40 quid. You're spending hundreds, pushing probably thousands of dollars. And it's also a hobby that requires a lot of love. Because if you're doing the actual tabletop fighting, you're getting the armies, you're painting the armies. So there's a lot of work that involves in that. There's a lot of care. There's a lot of time. It's about investment, and another investment in Warhammer is the lore, and the fact that the lore is so rich and the lore is so interesting. No matter what side, faction, whatever that you choose, there are plenty of females within Warhammer. But there's also a lot of lore as regards to the creation of the Custodes, which are the sons of nobles. There's lore as regards to the Astartes and things like that. There's also the sisters. And the sisters are essentially the female Custodes. It's kind of like almost a mirror. But now, now we're dealing with either leftist infiltration, and we know that they like to take away what they class as male dominated spaces because they are broken, petty people who probably don't even get involved in this. I'm sure the people who either 3D print stuff or the people who don't even get involved in the franchise itself are loving this sort of thing. Or it is Amazon. It is Amazon that's saying, well, we want female representation for their art because we got to hit all of these ESG, DIE. But it's right.
But aren't there a bunch of other factions that are all female and stuff as well, though?
The sisters, several. Sisters of Battle. Then you got
that's the part to me that it's like, yeah, you can include all those people. Like
Eldar right have male and females in the Eldar. Same with Chaos. Slaanesh, for example, Slaanesh is trans people, basically. It's just a sewn together, zipper-titted bunch of weirdos. It doesn't matter sort of whether it's leftism, infiltration, or whether or not it's Amazon that's pushing this decision. What you're doing is you're telling your audience, and the worst thing is they just lied to their audience. Warhammer came out with, there's always been women in Custodes. We just haven't ever said it for 30 years. Right. And it's never been written down for 30 years. And it's always been referred to as sons. But because it didn't say, and not daughters, hello, get with it. Whichever way you want to play that, whichever stupid fucking behavior they want to do as regards to this, all they are going to do is piss off their customers. And this is an expensive hobby. So when you're pissing off customers within an expensive hobby, you are running a huge risk. Now, the actual revenue that Warhammer brings in has exploded, particularly since COVID because of, people being stuck indoors looking for stuff. And there's been a couple, but
tons of great games have come out recently.
Well, but those people leave the hobby, or those people say, well, I'm going to stay in the hobby, but fuck this. I'm not going to spend money actually on licensed product and feed them because they're going to start creating this shit. I will buy a 3D print and I'll fucking 3D print these things instead now.
Yeah, that was one thing I was wanting to get to is that this is like the worst time for them to go and piss off their customers because they've had an issue for years with people 3D printing models.
Yeah.
And now you got to the point where people are like, fuck this. I'm just going to go buy a 3D printer. Screw your license. I'm going to go and print my own shit.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to be lore accurate, why do my figures have to be?
Yeah. But it just, again, it's one of these things that feel like it hasn't been done for any reason to enhance the lore. It hasn't been done in any way, shape, or form to improve Warhammer. It's simply been done as an ideological decision. Because why? It's not like Warhammer lacks female representation. It's not like it even does that. So you can only think that it's been done out of spite. And when companies again start spitting in the face of their customers, this you get what's going to happen, which is a bunch of people are going to start leaving the hobby.